Have you ever seen a man lose his mind on camera over a leaked photo?
No?
Well, buckle up, because this might just be the wildest meltdown in hip-hop history. Picture this. 1 minute, 50 Cent is casually running his mouth like it's just another petty day in celebrity land. And the next, Papoose is on him like a heat-seeking missile. Fists flying, security scrambling, and Remy Ma screaming for anyone, to stop the madness.
And why?
Oh, just your average betrayal. 50 Cent allegedly leaked Remy Ma's private nudes to the world like he was dropping a diss track. A decade-old friendship combusting in the most public, humiliating, and yes, cinematic way possible. Cameras were rolling, screams were real, and the internet was already calling it the greatest celebrity brawl of the decade. But here's the twist. Was this really about the photos? Or has something way darker been brewing between 50 and Papoose for years? Could this be the moment where loyalty dies and revenge takes the wheel? Stay right there, because what you're about to hear will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about hip-hop royalty. Let's get into it. So, here's how it all spiraled out of control. It started like most of 50 Cent's messes, loud, unnecessary, and broadcast to millions. Except this time, he didn't just clap back with a meme.
No.
This time, he crossed a line even his haters didn't think he'd dare approach. Because when 50 Cent hit send on those private Remy Ma photos, he didn't just leak an image, he detonated a bomb. And the man who caught the full blast?
Papoose.
Now pause for a second and really think about who we're talking about. Papoose. The same guy who stayed by Remy Ma's side for 6 years while she was locked up. The man who became the poster child for loyalty in hip-hop. This isn't just some rapper with a short temper. This is a husband, a father, and let's be real, the last man alive you want to test when it comes to his wife. So why, in the entire rap universe, would 50 Cent think it was cute to leak Remy's private photos? Sources say the images weren't just suggestive. Oh no. They were intimate. Allegedly snapped during a private moment between Remy and someone who wasn't Papoose. Some even claimed these weren't new pics, but old receipts from a fling no one knew about, until 50 decided to play TMZ with a vengeance. And where did he post them? Not a burner, not some hidden telegram drop, nope. 50 posted it on his main story, like it was promotion for Power Book 4. Literally just boom. Image. Caption. And then walked away like he didn't just scorch the earth beneath him. Within minutes, the internet went feral. Blogs picked it up.
Twitter was on fire.
And poor Remy, caught in the storm, accused of cheating, exposed without warning, and watching her marriage implode in real time. But the calm before the storm was nothing compared to what happened next. Apparently, Papoose didn't go to Twitter. He didn't call a lawyer. He didn't even call 50. He pulled up. Let me paint the scene for you. It was early evening outside a studio in Manhattan. 50 Cent had just wrapped a promo shoot, completely unaware that a literal hurricane in Timberlands was about to descend on him. Witnesses say Papoose came alone. No entourage. No security. Just pure, focused rage in human form. One person described it like watching a man possessed. He wasn't yelling. He wasn't pacing. He walked up to 50 like he was walking through fire. The source said, "What happened next? Well, let's just say if you were near that parking lot, you got the show of a lifetime." Papoose didn't throw hands, he launched them. One punch to the jaw had 50 stumbling. Another to the ribs had him gasping. And while security tried to react, Remy Ma showed up screaming from the back seat of a black Escalade, shouting, "Please stop. This isn't the way." Cameras were already rolling. Someone was live streaming. Another was filming from behind a tinted window. Footage would hit social media before police even got there. But let's pause again, because this wasn't just an impulsive beatdown. This was years in the making. You see, there's been tension between 50 Cent and Papoose long before this nude scandal. It was subtle, quiet, and mostly under the radar. But now, it's all bubbling to the surface like boiling oil. Insiders have been whispering for months that 50 always had a thing for Remy. He'd joke about her in interviews, mention her name during wild truth or drink games. And while it always seemed playful, Remy wasn't laughing. Nor was Papoose. In fact, back in 2020, there was a weird moment during a BET cypher taping when 50 allegedly whispered something in Remy's ear. Cameras caught it. Her face changed. She stiffened. Papoose walked on stage less than a minute later. Coincidence? And now with these photos, 50 might have confirmed what everyone suspected. He wasn't just playing. He was holding receipts. But here's the real kicker. Why now? Why would 50 Cent, who already has multiple beef simmering, Diddy, Lil Meech, Ja Rule, take your pick, suddenly decide this was the moment to air out Remy Ma's skeletons? Some think it was retaliation. Just days before the leak, Remy had allegedly turned down a role in a 50-backed project, saying it didn't represent her brand. Was that enough to make 50 go full scorched earth? If you know anything about him, absolutely yes. Others believe it wasn't even about Remy. It was about Papoose. Because back in May, Papoose dropped a freestyle that low-key shaded 50's street credibility. Most fans missed it, but 50 didn't. And now, we may be watching 50 Cent's most personal revenge plot yet. Of course, fans are picking sides faster than Nicki and Cardi stans during a Twitter war. Some say Remy had it coming if the rumors about the affair are true. Others say 50 crossed every line imaginable, turning a private issue into global humiliation. But one thing's for sure, Papoose ain't done. Because word on the street is that studio attack? That was just phase 1. According to a close source in Remy Ma's inner circle, Papoose didn't just walk away after landing those punches. He left with a message, one that shook the whole label team. Right before stepping into the SUV, drenched in sweat and rage, Papoose turned back, looked 50 dead in the eye, and said, "That was mercy. You play with my wife again, I'll bury your career." And that's not just street talk. That's a direct threat from one of the most respected underground MCs in the game, who's got connections from New York boroughs to battle rap circles and beyond. You don't spit bars about loyalty for 20 years and not have real ones ready to ride with you. And while Remy Ma was seen crying in the back of that car, shielding her face from paparazzi and pleading with security to avoid charges, the internet was already doing what it does best, spinning theories like a DJ on Adderall. Twitter detectives pulled up every past photo, interview, and lyric for clues. Was this affair real? Were the photos recent or old? Did Remy send them willingly? Or were they stolen? And most importantly, was 50 Cent holding this blackmail over her for months? One now viral tweet from an anonymous burner account, allegedly linked to a former G-Unit intern, claimed that 50 had been sitting on those nudes since 2018 when he allegedly borrowed Remy's phone at a VIP dinner in Queens. The tweet read, "He never deleted those pics. He said, 'I might need these someday, if things get messy.'" He was joking, but not really. Messy indeed. And while Remy tried to go radio silent, it was already too late. The shade rooms were flooded. TikTokers were reenacting the slap heard around the industry. And Papoose? He wasn't hiding. In fact, the very next day, he pulled a stunt no one saw coming. He dropped a diss track. And not just any diss. This was a 2-minute scorcher titled Disloyal Kings with a blurred-out thumbnail of a man many believe was 50 Cent, holding a phone with a censored image on it. The hook? "You posted what you shouldn't / now you duckin' from the smoke / loyalty ain't a joke / and your empire's a hoax." Mic dropped. The video, grainy, shot in what looked like a dim hallway, was posted at midnight on a random burner channel. But it got picked up instantly. Within an hour, hip-hop bloggers were dissecting every bar. By sunrise, it had over 1.5 million views and was already being dubbed the lyrical hit job of the year. But here's where it gets even wilder. Remy Ma reportedly tried to have the video taken down. Insiders say her team reached out to YouTube directly, claiming the visuals used in the track included unauthorized personal images, a likely reference to those very same leaked photos. But by then, mirrors were everywhere: Instagram, Reddit, even Discord threads. The clip had gone viral in under 6 hours. And Remy's attempt to clean it up? Too little. Too late. And 50 Cent? He wasn't silent either. Mr. Petty himself came back swinging, with his own version of damage control, laced in sarcasm. He posted a now-deleted IG story of himself at the gym with a caption, "Took a couple hits, but I'm still pretty. Y'all act like this the first time I pissed off a rapper's husband." Have you ever seen a man lose his mind on camera over a leaked photo?
No?
Well, buckle up, because this might just be the wildest meltdown in hip-hop history. While 50 Cent was clowning online, things were heating up fast behind the scenes. Sources say a legal team is now involved, and there's talk of multiple lawsuits on the table. One insider with ties to Remy Ma's management revealed, it's not just about the photos anymore. It's about invasion of privacy, defamation, and incitement. Her lawyers are assembling something serious. And those camera crews coincidentally around during the brawl? Turns out, they weren't just random fans. 2 of them were part of a freelance team working for a documentary project called Behind the Beat, meant to follow hip-hop icons through their private lives and creative processes. Now, they're sitting on literal gold. High-definition, multi-angle footage of a brawl between Papoose and 50 Cent, complete with Remy Ma's emotional breakdown in full frame. And word is, Netflix is already in talks to acquire the footage. As if things couldn't get more insane, a mysterious voicemail began circulating online. A grainy audio clip was uploaded to an anonymous SoundCloud account titled Knit Leaks. In it, a voice believed by fans to be 50 Cent is allegedly heard saying, "I ain't leaked them by accident. She thought she could play me behind the scenes." I warned her, and she ain't listened. Now, let's be clear. The voice hasn't been verified. The recording could be AI generated. But when you're already drowning in scandal, every rumor becomes a tidal wave. Public reaction? Divided AF. Some fans blasted 50 for going too far, calling it the ultimate betrayal, and labeling him toxic entertainment finally imploding. Others defended him, saying he did what any savage brand builder would do to protect his legacy and ego. Meanwhile, Remy Ma's fan base is fractured. Some defend her, blaming the leak, not the alleged affair. Others drag her for playing Papoose and not anticipating the cost of her mistakes. And Papoose? He's being hailed as the last real one standing. Hashtags like #RemyMalik, #Papoose50, and #JUnitExposed are trending across platforms. But here's the craziest part. Someone hacked Remy Ma's official website. For 6 hours, her homepage redirected to a black screen that read, "Loyalty deserves more than silence." Watch what happens next. No one has claimed responsibility. No one knows who did it. Conspiracy theorists are having a field day. Some say it was 50. Others think it was a rogue Papoose fan trying to push Remy into speaking up. But so far, nothing. No statement, no interview, not even a tweet. Remy Ma has gone completely dark. And that silence? It's making things worse. Because the world's watching, and everyone wants to know, what will she say next? Instead of a press conference or even a subliminal lyric, Remy Ma vanished completely. Like a magician pulling the final curtain. No Instagram activity, no public appearances. Even her scheduled podcast taping was canceled due to personal emergencies. It was like watching a queen fall into exile overnight. And in that silence, the internet did what it does best: create chaos. Fake voice notes surfaced. AI-generated videos claimed to show Remy responding. Deep fakes of her crying in front of a camera, saying things like, "I never meant to hurt anyone." These weren't just harmless memes. Some of these videos racked up millions of views, and not everyone realized they were fake. The line between reality and fiction? Completely blurred. Meanwhile, Papoose wasn't silent. He leaned in, doubled down, went full night in Shining Tim's mode. He posted a cryptic Instagram story. Black screen, white letters, just 5 words, "Protect what's yours at all costs." Fans flooded his DMs and comments. Some praised him. Others begged him to walk away. But the tone? Respect.
Fear. A little awe.
It's not every day you see a man risk a lawsuit, a career, and maybe even jail time over leaked nudes, and still come out looking like a hero. But the real drama hadn't even peaked yet. Out of nowhere, a TMZ-style clip dropped, showing 50 Cent meeting with his legal team outside a downtown Manhattan law office. Paparazzi yelled questions like, "Did you really leak the photos?" And "Are you pressing charges against Papoose?" But 50 kept his usual smug grin. Except this time, it didn't land. Because as he walked away, one of the lawyers was overheard whispering something very specific. "We got to settle this fast. That footage is too damaging." Too damaging? What footage? Was it the brawl? The photos? Or something even worse? Cue a new villain in the saga, an anonymous, existant, claiming to have access to a hard drive containing not just the leaked photos, but actual video evidence of how 50 Cent obtained them. In an anonymous interview with a gossip blog, this source claimed, he didn't just get those nudes. He screenshotted them from a shared cloud folder that she didn't even know was still synced. He'd been watching that folder for months. Now, we're not just talking revenge leaks. We're talking digital stalking, invasion of privacy, and possibly felony-level misconduct. Lawyers on both sides shut the story down. Cease and desist letters allegedly flew, like confetti. The original blog post vanished within 24 hours.
But by then,
screenshots were everywhere. Suddenly, 50 Cent wasn't looking so invincible. Social media turned. The memes weren't just jokes, they were indictments. Hashtags like #50CentTheHacker and #PrivacyPredator trended. His comments flooded with lock emojis and spyware memes. Even brands started pulling back. A liquor company he endorses quietly untagged him. A sneaker rollout video was delayed. The heat? Coming from all directions. In the Bronx, word was that Papoose was lawyering up too. Not to press charges, but to file a civil suit for emotional distress, image defamation, and public provocation. His team allegedly demanded high 6-figure damages for deliberate emotional manipulation and public ambush. But here's the biggest gossip spill moment of all. A verified source inside a private VIP lounge at a recent Rock Nation party claimed Jay-Z personally told 50 Cent, "Clean this *T up before it causes real industry damage." Witnesses say 50 tried to laugh it off, but HOV wasn't smiling. And when the gods of hip-hop start whispering in corners and calling for cleanup, you know it's real. This isn't just beef. This is reputation warfare. And 50 may have just gone to war with a man who has nothing left to lose. Then, the moment everyone was waiting for, Remy Ma finally broke her silence. In a raw, unfiltered IG Live no makeup, no filter, she stared into the camera for 7 seconds and said, "I trusted both of y'all. Now the world's judging me for something I didn't even ask for." No names. No confirmations.
Just pain.
Just devastation. Comments exploded. Celebrities weighed in. Cardi B. "This industry, fake AF.
You don't do people like that."
Fat Joe reposted it. "Stay strong, sis. You don't deserve the circus." But it wasn't over. Just before the stream cut out, Remy looked off camera and whispered, "They still don't know the whole truth."
Boom.
Mic drop. Internet meltdown. What truth? Was 50 hiding more? Did someone else leak the pics? Is there another player involved? Speculation exploded. Some believe there's a third party, someone connected to both sides, orchestrating the whole thing. Others claim Remy staged the leak for promo. A few wild corners of Reddit say this is part of a bigger Jay-Z versus 50 Cent power war, with Papoose as a pawn. Whatever the truth is, hip-hop hasn't seen a scandal this insane since the Solange Jay-Z elevator fight. And now, with lawsuits pending, friendships broken, careers in limbo, and millions watching with popcorn in hand, there's only one question left. Who's next? And there you have it. What started with a petty photo leak spiraled into one of the ugliest, most explosive feuds hip-hop has ever seen. Remy Ma's private life exposed. Papoose throwing fists. And 50 Cent proving once again, when it comes to drama, he's not just involved. He's the architect. But this story? Far from over. There are still unanswered questions, silenced voices, and shady moves behind the scenes. We've got lawyers scrambling, careers hanging by a thread, and an industry pretending to stay neutral while secretly picking sides. And you already know where there's smoke, there's always more tea about to spill. So now it's your turn, detectives of the internet. Do you think Remy Ma had something to hide? Was 50 out of line? Or just playing the game? Is Papoose a hero or a man who lit a fire too big to control? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't hold back. We want all the smoke. And if you thought this story was wild, what's coming next might just make this look like child's play. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on all notifications, and stay locked in because around here, the truth burns hotter than the headlines.